CEO and co-founder of Heilala Vanilla, is joining me today to bake a beautiful vanilla cake. Of course, a vanilla cake. It's very appropriate, right?
Classic vanilla cake.
We really want to show off vanilla because it is one of the world's most amazing ingredients, isn't it?
It is, and I always say there's nothing vanilla about vanilla.
I don't understand that saying because it's such a special ingredient.
Yeah.
And we're not only going to show it off in the vanilla cake, we're also going to make a vanilla icing.
Buttercream icing.
Oh, a buttercream icing, so good. So how do we start the classic cake?
So the classic cake is just creaming the butter and the sugar.
Okay.
So you just want to pop those in, and of course butter at room temperature, and if it's not at room temperature, make it at room temperature.
Make it at room temperature.
Okay. And we're going to cream the butter and the sugar till it's light and fluffy, and then we'll add the eggs one at a time.
Okay. All right, Jennifer, those eggs have been incorporated really well. It's looking good.
Now it's time to add the vanilla extract.
Fantastic.
3 teaspoons.
Oh, quite a lot.
Yeah, because it's a great vanilla hit.
We want to taste it. So what is vanilla extract?
So vanilla extract is the vanilla beans extracted under alcohol. Our factory kind of looks like a mini winery with lots of stainless steel tanks. There's 200 flavour compounds in a vanilla bean.
Wow.
So we do a cold extraction to get all those flavour compounds.
And keeping that cold really ensures that no flavour profile's left.
Yes, yeah.
And what's the difference between a vanilla extract and a vanilla bean paste?
So a vanilla bean paste is our vanilla extract with the seeds or part of the vanilla beans added back in. So you get that lovely fleck and light coloured baking. So we're going to use it in the buttercream today, so you can see the vanilla.
See it there.
So yeah, and then when you spread it out, you can see.
Oh yeah, you can really see the vanilla beans throughout that. And when do you use a vanilla extract in your cooking, and when do you use a vanilla bean paste?
I use a vanilla extract when it's like just the foundation of baking, I call it, and the vanilla paste, and typically also the vanilla extract you use when it's in a baked good.
Yes.
The vanilla paste is great through icing, like we're doing today, stirred through yogurt, making ice cream, because you get to see the lovely visual of the vanilla bean.
Yeah, oh, there you go. And I guess because vanilla extract is more intense in flavour, when you're baking it, you want something that can stand up to the heat too.
Yeah,
very nice.
Off.
All right, I'll start whisking this again.
Yes, and then we're going to add in the flour and the milk, alternating.
Sounds good. All right, that's just come together.
Looks nice and light and fluffy.
Sure does.
So adding the milk and the flour separately over a period of time just ensures that consistency to make sure that it comes out nice and light. And
yeah, look at that, it is so light.
like a batter. Yeah.
Very nice. And it's quite thick, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's how it should be.
Should be, yeah. And then you just pop it in the tin. I think it's a 23 square tin, and it's baked at 160 for 50 minutes.
Sounds good, and I'm just going to make sure I spread it out quite evenly so we get a lovely top on it.
So now the cake is cooled in the tin and then on the rack as well. Really important step.
Yes, it's going to make it easier to ice too.
Yeah, you don't want to ice it when it's warm.
No, that's a crucial part of it.
Yeah. So to make buttercream icing, we just combine the icing sugar, the butter, the vanilla paste and the milk, and it just whip it up till it's really, again, light and fluffy, like the cake.
Lots of icing sugar, and I'm going to be doing this by hand. You're putting me to work here.
So you can add some milk now to make things a little easier for you.
Yep, milk.
And then obviously the vanilla.
Okay, so this is where we're going to be using our vanilla bean paste.
Yeah.
Because we want to see the speckles. How much are you adding?
So a tablespoon. Some people measure the tablespoon, other people just measure vanilla with their heart.
Definitely with
so
our heart.
about that much.
Oh, great.
I don't really think you can, add too much.
No way. It just smells so good, the combination. So Jennifer, how did the Heilala Vanilla Company start?
It started in Tonga after cyclone in 2001, and my father wanted to do something to provide sustainable livelihoods and community development for Tonga.
Fantastic.
So he planted vanilla vines, and 3 years later, in 2005, we got our first crop, which he handed to me. And yeah, that's how it started. And those principles still really guide us today to give back and make sure we have a positive impact on the community there.
I think there's a lot of people out there that may not know what plant a vanilla bean comes from.
So it's a flowering orchid,
Flowering
flowering orchid.
And it's just beautiful to see, isn't it?
Yeah, and you have to hand pollinate the flower within 4 hours of it opening, otherwise it dies and you don't get a vanilla bean 9 months later like a baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's lots of love in producing vanilla.
It certainly is. So with every mouthful of this gorgeous cake, we're going to appreciate it, that's for sure. So that's pretty good, isn't it?
I think so.
Can take that whisk away. It's done its work. I'll give you one of those and just scoop it on top. Ooh, this is the fun part, isn't it? A little bit more. It's just a really nice, basic, classic cake where you can build upon this. If you wanted to, you could double the ingredients if you're making a birthday cake.
Do a layer situation.
Yeah. There's so many ways that you could do this.
Or you could top it off with berries or chocolate if you wanted to kind of give it a bit of a zhuzh. But, classic vanilla cake, you can't go wrong.
So I'm going to take a little cake knife, and we've made it this far, so I better be extremely careful, onto a pink plate. And that is the perfect vanilla cake right there.
And shall we have a slice?
I never say no. Never say no to cake. Got a little plate and cut a generous square. After all that whipping, we need to see the crumb in the cake.
Oh. Nice and light and spongy, kind of, almost.
Oh, it looks really good. Half for you, half for me. Let's have a taste. Now, what are we looking for in the perfect vanilla cake?
I think that it's light and spongy, almost. Yeah.
Sure is. It's got to taste like vanilla too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It tastes like vanilla. And it's the best flavour in the world.